All right, we are live. So we are the Audacious unit, and we are making a video about how you team build and doing an interview, a live interview. So we've got a couple girls here today that are getting some practice in and listening to an interview, and so we're going to record it. So it's on our YouTube channel. So here we go. First thing, obviously, you need is your what form you would like to interview with. So we have this form. This is an interview notebook that you can find on our website. We also have an interview form that's got lots of pictures and is really fun. We have an app, the Mary Kay app, that you can share, use to scroll through and share the opportunity with as well. So that looks super professional as well. The important thing is that you have it in, a binder, make it look nice, kind of thing. And so when we're career chatting, this is someone that's on the product that has used Mary Kay product that is looking for, something more, or they're. And so we want to be super professional, but in the time frame when we sit down for the interview, yes, we are hoping that they join our team, and we're hoping that they business with us, but we're really wanting to find out how we can design Mary Kay into their life. And so career chatting is probably honestly one of my favorite things to do, because it's not about me, it's about them, and like helping them dream again and helping them figure out how this works, into their life. So the first thing that I always start an interview out with is the 4 questions, Sean Key's 4 questions. Again, you can find this on the website. You don't need the first page, I guess. Maybe one time you need it. But then the second question, I keep back in my notebook a folder full of these 4 questions. And so what we're doing and asking these 4 questions is we're going to figure out what her personality and this is the DISC personality style. And so you're going to find each different personality style. So it's kind of fun. I'm sitting here with 2 girls, and Crystal is one that I interviewed. And, she was one right from the start. We did interview, and, she's definitely a C personality, and we got that. we nailed that from the start. And, so then for me as an I know that I have to talk a little bit differently when I'm dealing with different situations. So when I'm dealing with a C, and my I personality could be like, oh, I'm so excited. But you got to kind of like bring it down like 7 levels and meet them where they're at. Really be detail oriented in that. So I'm not going to go through DISC too much. If you need some more reference to that, refer back to the app. Say that. Okay, so I'm going to kind of do just like a mock interview here, and I'm going to ask you some questions. So I'm going to ask them these 4 questions, and I want to find out what puts a smile on their face, and you'll see me really asking questions. So you guys can like popcorn off of who wants to do, or, go about it, but I'm going to steal your pen, and we're going to pretend like this is an interview. So, I'm going to tell them thank you so much for coming and for being here. We have our whatever we're having at a coffee shop, water. Yes, our water. And we are pretending like, this is an actual thing. So I don't know anything about this person. So I'm going to ask her some questions and then really dive into it and keep myself out of it at this point. So a little bit about yourself, Crystal.
Well, I have a husband and 3 boys.
Mm-hmm.
I work at Indiana Wesleyan.
Okay.
And I am not an outgoing person.
Gotcha. So what do you do at Indiana Wesleyan?
I'm a
Staff accountant. That's awesome. And what are the ages of your boys?
7, 3, and 2.
7, 3, and 2. Boy, mom, just like. And what's your husband do? What's his name? And
my husband's name is Adam.
Okay.
And he is in marketing at Franklin Electric.
Awesome. How long have you guys been married?
A little over 5 years.
Awesome. That's great. So I'm going to ask you another question. What's a smile?
That's a great question. Other people, I guess, is a good way I would answer that. I am very extroverted, so I love being around people. When other people are happy, it makes me happy. And then being goofy, spending time with laugh, just silliness, I guess.
Awesome. I love it. And you're like, your laugh is so contagious. It's so fun to be around. So, I mean, easily you can start to pick out, which personality style they are.
Crystal told me she's not outgoing.
Right in the seat. I love it. I love it because typically they don't know what you're doing in this. And it's not like we're trying to psychoanalyze someone, okay? But we are, okay? So tell me about a time when you most felt successful and how that made you feel.
Probably from college.
Awesome.
I felt like I had actually accomplished something big.
Yes. I mean, it is accomplishing more in this day and age. And what's your degree in? Accounting. Yeah, I mean, that's really big. Numbers and math, and that's awesome. So how did it make you feel when you did that?
I felt like I had actually was able to finish something because that has been hard for me in the past.
Yeah.
So I felt like I had reached the top.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so fast forward a year from now, what unfulfilled dream would you want to be living that you are currently not living? And where are you, do you think, on the steps to achieving that goal?
An unfulfilled goal. I would like to be in a foreign country.
Okay.
And working full-time with Youth for Christ.
Awesome.
And having a dog. And
awesome.
I feel like I'm about halfway there.
So when they're saying this, be super excited for them, even if I really don't know how Mary Kay's going to fit in that. I mean, I really don't know how Mary Kay's going to fit in that, but she's already a consultant, so, nobody's. So, but we're just goals, and Mary Kay obviously can fit in that for anyone. So I tell them, thank you so much. That helps me just know a little bit more about you and what drives you. And that's literally what we are doing. That's we're trying to figure that out and how that can work in their life. And so then we're just going to go through the recruiting notebook. And so these words are literally taken from my senior sales director, Linda Gates. And memorized and just embedded in my head. I did my first 19 career chats with Linda. And so book me, I want to do, but the words just, are written on the paper, but then there's also little stories that go in that get real for people and help them really see the possibilities. And so what's also great about this is that we say that everything that you do in your class and everything that you do with a new with a possible recruit before they recruit is their new consultant training. So they see you reading off of a book. No matter how experienced you are at this, they know that they can do this as well. And I need the book because sometimes I forget things, and it's important that they know all of these things. So the first part is that what we're going to do. I like to tell you what I'm going to do so that you're not like, when is this lady going to stop talking to me? And so we have already done that. You've already shared a little bit about yourself. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. And so I go into a 2-minute story, very quickly tell them why I started Mary Kay. And my story changes the person that I'm on. So if I have a SC personality style, I'm going to tell her about that I started Mary Kay because I wanted to my voice, and I have a 2- and a 3-year-old, and their names are Brody and Tucker, and my husband has his own business, and that I wanted to be able to design my life around my family. If I have an I personality style, I'm going to tell her about how I was super excited that I was able to have my own career path, but yet still get to have my S, because that's my personality, IS, and to stay home with my family still as well, and share those things with her. So whatever my personality style is, I kind of cave to them. I struggle in the sleep one, but I get there. And so it is short because it's not about me, it's about them and helping them. But in me telling them about my journey, it helps them realize that this could be a reality for them. And so then I'm gonna present the marketing marketing plan that she laid out to 3. It's the same and it hasn't changed, and so I'm going to explain it to you. And then at the end, I'm going to ask you any questions. If you have any questions, I'm hopefully going to be able to answer them. And then I'm going to ask you if this is something that you would want to try. I tell them up front that I'm going to ask them if this is something they're going to want to try, because in the back of their head, if not, they're going to be like, she's going to ask me if I want to do this the whole time. So they know up front, I'm going to ask them. Okay, so we already learned a little bit about you, and that's super exciting, and I love that you have 3 boys. I never even knew that. You know, just share a little bit back in that you really did invest time into her life. And so then we just go in and we start to talk about the company. So about the company is that it was founded in 1963 by Mary Kay Ash. Yes, she was a real person. A lot of people don't know that. And she started this company back in a time period when women did not really work. But she had been in the workforce for over 20 years at that point, and she had been passed over for promotions that were rightfully hers. Men in the business would say that the men needed the promotion because they were the breadwinners and needed to take home the money to their family. So she wanted to start a company that was for women. And so she knew that in doing that, we had to have the best product that there was. So we are in the top 10 of brand of skincare globally. We're a debt-free company. We're still owned actually by Mary Kay Ash's family. And so that gives us because we're not exchanged on the stock market. There's over 3 million independent beauty consultants in over 37 different countries worldwide. It's amazing, this company, and the plan still works no matter what country. It changes a little bit, in Ukraine they pencil their eyebrows in real thin, but it works still there. Last year, we did over $3 billion in global sales, and over 130,000 women have earned the use of a company career car. We're actually the largest fleet in the United States of company career cars. It's amazing. A lot of people don't know that. It just says Mary Kay right on the side of it. Animals, we never have, we never will. And this Mary Kay marketing plan that I am telling you about today is taught at major business universities like Harvard School of Business and Kelley School of Business. And our mission statement is to help others discover what they love. So do you have any questions? No. Eyes, it's really important to ask them after every page if they have any questions, because sometimes they do, and we don't want to leave that out. So let's take a breath, ask more questions, and move on. So then I'm now just going to tell you about why there's some reasons that women start a Mary Kay business. So the first reason is flexibility. So there's no minimums, no quotas, and no territories. You can work as little as you want or as much as you want, and it's the opportunity to be your own boss with that flexibility. So then I typically explain to them that you can be a consultant, and the only thing that is expected of you is that you order $225 wholesale one time a year. Because that is the only thing that's required of you to be a Mary Kay consultant. So that is what I want them to know up front on the table. The no territories, you're able to sell within the United States to any woman that you would like. You're also able to recruit any woman that you would like. So an aunt that lives in California, free game. And that is not true of every other direct selling company. And I like to put that in there. You're not going to hear me say 31 or whatever company that is different, but I like to let them know that we are up there with a notch above in the field of direct selling companies. Extra money, that's a great reason why women start a Mary Kay business. We say that one class averages about $300 to $400 in sales. And classes, if you would hold 2 classes a week, then you could make up to $600 to $800 a month. Unlimited earnings, earned over $1 million in Mary Kay than any other company. If you Google top richest women in the world, and you take celebrities out of that, Shan is a millionaire, but she hasn't done anything to become a millionaire. But earnings with Mary Kay is up there several times. Prizes, this kind of gets crazy sometimes. We're praised to success. And Mary Kay, she knew that if she just gave us a bonus all the time and spend it on groceries as women. So she praises us to success with weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly prizes. I'll never have to buy a handbag again. Actually, Brown's against it. He knows I can earn them, but then I can buy them. My senior sales director has won 8 diamond rings with the company, and her husband doesn't buy her diamonds because she can earn them better than she can, than he can buy them. It's okay if you have not had success yet that you think is at this person's level to tell them about someone that has. So I hadn't earned any diamond rings. I hadn't done anything that was, you know, hugely successful when I started recruiting people, but someone else had. And so they believed me in that. So now I do have a little bit, you know, like of resource to go back with and say that I have, but someone else has, and there's a lot of other women that have, and they'll believe you in that. Recognition, your name can be printed in Applause magazine that comes to us, and that comes every quarter, and you know, your name will be in a newsletter. She just believed in praising women to success. You gain self-confidence. This is totally crazy, but it is the most real thing I think in business is that my confidence has grown over the last 2 years. When I started my business, I wasn't the same person that I always used to be, that outgoing, bubbly self. You kind of can lose yourself sometimes in life. And so by starting my Mary Kay business up, I gained that confidence again. And, you know, when you help a woman feel good about themselves, it in return helps you feel good about yourself. Tax advantages, this is crazy. Dave Ramsey himself says that every person should own an in-home business because of the tax advantages. I get to write off a portion of my mortgage because this is my office. I get to write off a portion of my cell phone bill. I get to write off a portion of my taxes. Of my electric bill because my office is home. When I go to Mary Kay events, I keep track of my mileage, and I get to take 56 cents a mile when I drive there. So the advantage on my taxes that I get to take all of these deductions, and that's great. Rapid advancement. So if you are looking to replace your full-time income and you'd like to move quickly in this business, there's no requirements of someone telling you that you need to be promoted. Is say, I want a promotion, I want to be a red jacket, or I want to move up the career path. And we say, great, here's the requirements, go do it. So you can move as quickly as you want. So I earned a career car in 8 months, and I will tell you that I am not the fastest person to do it. So if you want to do it faster, you can. If you want to do it slower and never recruit, that's totally fine too. It's all about what you want to make of it. Give them those options. Don't tell them like that they people in 2 days. Yeah. Oh, do you have any questions?
No.
No?
It says perfect. Praising men or women to success. What about men?
Men can have a Mary Kay business. Actually, the #1 sales director right now in the United States is a male.
Good to know.
Yeah. He will be the king at seminar. It's pretty cool. If you have skin, pretty much works. Like you said earlier. Okay, so avenues of A. So this is where it gets good. This is the ways that we make money. So for everything that I buy for $1, I turn around and sell to you for $2. That's wholesale and retail. I buy it at wholesale amount for $1, sell it retail to you for $2. So I make 50% commission, and that is the greatest of any direct selling company. The product that we have on hand to you, I make 50% off of. And the company has a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So that means if you get something and you don't like it, or it makes your face break out, or you use it and then you decide you don't like it, you give it back to me. I enter a little bit of information on the computer, send it out to the company, and they replace it with something that you would like. The 100% satisfaction does not hurt my bill in any way, shape, or form, and it's something that the company stands behind with us. So the ways that you can sell the product then with making 50% commission is to hold a skin casual, take website orders, social media, hold on-the-go appointments, all to promote your sales. There's pretty much unlimited ways of doing so. The great thing about this product is that we sell a consumable product, so we always have product reorders. On my face in the morning, at night I wash it down the drain, so you make customers for life, and that is residual income. When someone comes back to me and places a reorder off of that first initial facial I had, that is considered a residual income earning. And so that's great, because then we have customers for life because they love this product. And so it's awesome to build a solid customer base that is reordering and allows your income to grow. We also have something from the company called the Preferred Customer Program. This is a great time to bring out a lookbook and show them that this is what the Preferred Customer Program does. It sends them a lookbook every quarter in the mail, and it also has a sample, and it's 70 cents. And we couldn't do that ourselves for that amount of money. The company does it for us with bulk shipping. And it's a great way for me to be able to follow up with my customers and say, hey, do you need any reorders? And they see the new product. So those are the ways that we make money by selling the product. And that's for everyone. Now you can decide to make money in another venue and to build your team. And so that's what we're doing here today. It's not mandatory to build your team. You can Mary Kay business and not build a team. That's important for some people to know, because sometimes they don't want to build a team. That freaks them out in their head. You know, they might eventually come back and build a team. To say it at first freaks them out. So, and here she is learning about it. Okay, so building a team, you earn 4, 9, or 13% commission off of your recruits. The first recruit, you earn 4, and then when you get to 3, you earn 9%, and it grows. And so, and this commission does not hurt you. So if you were to sign and I was going to make a commission off of you, the commission I get comes off the top of company profits, because we're a debt-free company. So you take your 50% profit and that is all yours. Then every month that you order, the company is going to send me a commission check based off of your wholesale order. So it's of us being a debt-free company, and it doesn't hurt you. We're not a pyramid scheme in any way, shape, or form. With a multi-level company. So you can decide to career or to team build. Also, as a consultant, you can earn the use of a company. We actually have 3 different car levels in Mary Kay. We have the white or red Chevy Cruze that all consultants can earn. The Toyota Camry and the Chevy Equinox is the first director level car. The BMW I, and then the notorious pink Cadillac. So chances are, like I said, you've seen a Mary Kay car before, you just don't know, because there's a lot of them out there. And then you can become a sales director, like I said, and a sales director is a woman that has 24 team members underneath of her. Her job is also to continue to sell the product and build that customer base, but also build the leaders within her unit and help the people within her career path. And so when you become a sales director, I gave myself a 300% pay raise, because I went from making 13% commission to making 26%. I went from making $600 to $800 commission checks to making 18, 2,000, 3,000, and beyond commission checks every month, off of company profits. So it's awesome. Then the last level is that you could become a national sales director. And a national sales director has 20 sales directors underneath of her. And so there's about 200 national sales directors in the United States. And I call them kind of the liaisons because they're doing a lot with helping us, but they're also doing a lot with talking to corporate and telling them what's going on. So they're kind of the in-between people, but they get a free Cadillac every 2 years, security program, beyond anything that you could ever imagine. So does this make sense, the ways that we make money in Mary Kay? Mm-hmm. If they say yes, then I say we make money in Mary Kay by selling the product, and then if you decide to build a team, you make 4, 9, or 13% commission. Because really, that's all that matters. And I don't want them to get too jumbled up in their head with like, I do not understand this, because that's really all it is. Make 50% commission, and if you decide to build a team, you can make 4, 9, or 13% commission off of what your team does. Pretty straightforward then. Okay, great. So then we're coming towards the end of it, and I always ask them, I always tell them what it takes to get started, and what it takes to get started is a starter kit. In the back of my book here, I always have a starter kit flyer so that they literally see what they are getting in the starter kit. And I explain it to them. That you get this fabulous bag for $100, and what comes in it is 446 actual size products. The cool thing is we get to customize the bag a little bit towards you, whether you would like mineral powder foundations or liquid powder foundations, and what skin colors you would like. Then it comes with a Time-Wise skincare set in both combination oily and dry normal, a mascara, and a oil-free eye makeup remover, and a day and a night solution. Everything that you would need to do your first classes and parties, even samples, demos, mirrors. And then all the training that you would need if you were to never see me again. You could run a successful Mary Kay business out of this starter kit. But that's not going to happen, because the cool thing about Mary Kay is that we're in business by ourselves, but never for ourselves, but never by ourselves. There's my word. And so we come alongside you and help you in the process and in the journey. And so I always typically let them keep this starter kit flyer. So you're always going to be printing these off, but this is what they're going to get if they do this. So it's important that they know what it is. And so I'll ask them again. Do you guys have any questions about the starter kit? No. Nope. No. Awesome. Okay, so now this is the most important page, because this is the page where you shut up. And we ask them a couple questions. So I have a couple questions for you. What interests you the most about what I just shared with you about the company?
I think the opportunities to make money.
Awesome. Great. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple different avenues, but the 50% commission off of the product is the greatest. It's Time-Wise set that's in your starter kit that retails for $95, and I make half of it when I sell one. Or the Time-Wise repair set, almost over $100. So that's great. Okay. What would hold you back from starting a Mary Kay business?
I just don't know if I have the money to start a business right now.
Great. So we slay the pink elephants right here. And we talk about, that the possibility is that, when they start your business, then our goals are for you to earn that money back and for you to earn money. And my favorite comeback is that if they don't know if they have the money to start a Mary Kay business, are you okay with being in the same financial place that you are right now forever?
Oh, no.
So a business that could help you move past that. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but there's not a lot of rebuttal to that. Okay, then the last one is, by then typically like where you're at kind of with them, if you knew you couldn't fail and I could teach you everything that you need to know, why you wouldn't start today. No. And obviously they're both in Mary Kay. So it lays it there on the line for them. And and like, I don't have the money, or I need to talk to typically a C will say, I need to talk to my husband. You know, and so that's great. You can say, okay, great. And so then we flip it to the next page because we want to know this number. This is the big one. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, or 10 being, yes, let's sign the agreement started, and 1 being, I'd rather stand naked on the street corner selling pencils. And I don't like what you say that you're at and starting your business. And don't say 5 because that's sitting on the fence. So where would you say?
I think maybe an 8.
An 8, perfect, great.
I'd say a 9.
A 9, great. So those are great numbers. Typically, you're just gonna talk about a few more things that are holding her back. You know, there's some suggestions in here about the pros con list going on. This would be a pro if I started my Mary Kay business, and this would be a con list. Why maybe it wouldn't be so great. Go home and do a sleep test. And we say if you go home and you dream pink and you think about, oh my gosh, this is where I would put my office, and I know this person would let me give them a facial, and this person loves me so much that they probably invite all their friends to their party. So, you know, you think about those things, then we say typically then it's for you. If you go home, you don't think anything more about it, maybe it's not for you. And then I always love to tell them about the buyback guarantee that Mary Kay offers, that within the first decide this is not for them, that the company will give them back at 90% of what they paid for their profit or their products if they send them back. About that is that you can't ever join Mary Kay again. So we don't want that to happen. So we love to tell them that. And so then typically you know where they're at. If they're an 8, you know they're going to your husband, so you're going to follow up with them. If they're a 10, you're going to sign the agreement right now. And you can get these paper order form agreements offline on section 2. And it has everything that they need. You can take your credit card information. The only thing that this does not have that you need when you are filling out an online agreement is they want to know their mother's maiden name. So you need to make sure you ask them that. And I was just typically like right here. So I know. So that has everything in it. You also can send them a agreement online under business tools on InTouch under online agreement, and they can fill it out themselves. An 8, 7, 6, they're going home with, or anyone typically, is going home with this career facts sheet. This is on the website as well. It's literally everything that I just told them. And this is how Linda recruited me, is with a career facts sheet. So it's the same thing pretty much that we laid out. So she's going to go home and talk to her husband. She's not going to remember all the facts that I told her. And I want to make sure she has the right, or she Googles something. And then she always gets to start a kit flyer as well. And then you can typically put in there like a little free product because I want to make of them being there. So, and if you, especially if you told her you were going to give her a free product, make sure that you give her that free product for being there. Now, you guys, do you have any questions? Mm-hmm.
What do you do if you get a paper agreement?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with it from there? Just fill it out for them?
Online, yes, you can. Technically, they're actually supposed to do it online because there's like this place where they're supposed to check the box and say blah, blah, blah. But this is like a verification for you. You have the information. And so as long as you say, you know, why are you signing this? This is you binding it. Then you can get away with that, and you can take their credit card information and everything. It's $117 with tax and shipping, and so that's really good for them to know up front as well, that that's how much it actually costs. Okay. Any other questions?
How do you end it if they are a below?
The same thing. And you can ask them, you know, meet them where they're at. You know, hey, I know that this might not be for you, or this might not be the right type. Chances are that when I was talking to you throughout this, you were thinking of someone in your head. And if there's someone that you could refer me to that they think that they would love this business, then I will give you a free lip jelly or, you know, something, you know, typically. But, you know, chances are that they were thinking of someone that would be great at the business. And so I loved it. Kendra Knopfsinger, I mean, she does a fabulous job of this, and one of her sales director, or her new sales her recruit, that is an offspring from a referral from an interview. So you never know. And then the girl from that first original interview ended up being on the team, later on. So you never know. And it's never, don't like completely discredit them. What happens with them then is their name goes on the layering sheet. And so maybe they need to come and they need to see a Tuesday Night Live. They need to, just continue to be a hostess. They need to see another party. They need to see that their friends are buying the product and they could be making the money off them, kind of thing. Because I'm a prime example of never giving up. Because 3 years later, I signed, and in 8 months I became a sales director and earned a car. So that was great for Linda. Hello, if you ever watch this, Linda. Okay, so any other questions?
I don't think so. I think that's everything for me.
Awesome. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to call, text, box me. But this is how you have an interview to set up some career chats with you and help you get building your team.